my angels. In today's video, I thought I'd just sit down and chat with you guys. I know I chat with you in a lot of my videos, but I don't think I've really sat down, had a conversation with you guys in a while. So, I thought I would do that. Also because I kind of forgot that it was Tuesday, because yesterday was, in my country at least, sort of a holiday. It was, but it wasn't, and I'm very mixed up in my days. But, I dyed my hair, as you can see. It's very, frizzy right now, but my bangs are growing. Do you guys remember when it was just this little it used to be that length, if not shorter, and now I'm kind of starting to get bangs, which, yeah. Anyways, I don't quite know what they're doing, but I also dyed my hair. You guys have probably seen it already, but it's this bluey black color. It's kind of both blue and black. I don't know. I like it. I think I said this in my last vlog, which ended getting really messed up because I deleted some of the footage and it just wasn't fun. But anyways, and I deleted a bunch of other footage that I had made, and it just wasn't a good time. But I went to get my hair done years ago. This was before I even started high school, and I wanted my hair to be black. And I remember I went in there, and the hairdresser was like, well, black isn't going to look good on you. I'm not doing that because I know you'll regret it. It's just going to wash you out. And I was like, okay, well, I have, as you can see, I have black eyebrows. They look they're a little lighter than this color black, but they're basically the same color. I was like, so, I have black eyebrows. So, obviously, they don't wash me out. And then I had, naturally I have, so it goes black, the darkest brown, and then, the second darkest brown. Naturally, I have, the second darkest brown hair. So I naturally have very, very dark hair, and I was like, I said to her, I was like, this that I have right now is my natural hair color, and it's super dark. Are you saying that because I'm pale, this washes me out? She's like, no, but, black is 2 shades darker. So I was like, you know what, I'm not a hairdresser. I don't know that much about hair. I'll believe you. But she's like, if you want darker hair, I'll do 1 shade darker, so I'll give you the darkest brown. Well, it ended up being basically the exact same shade I already had. You could barely see a difference because it was only 1 shade darker. That's not, it wasn't, you know what I mean? So, I hated it with a passion because it ended up being, apparently it ended up being really expensive. And I basically had my hair changed, it was barely even changed. So, for years, I always wanted the black hair, but I was so worried to get it, because I was like, I don't want to do black, because if I hate it, and it washes me out, she ends up being right, then going from black to a different color is going to be really difficult, because I'll probably have to, bleach it to get another color, I'd have to lighten it. But, I like it, so, and then, my roots haven't grown in yet, but because I do have naturally really dark hair, when my roots do start to grow in, it shouldn't be as noticeable as when the blonde hair, the roots started growing in. So anyways, I just have to figure out what to do with these bangs, because I have to figure out how to style them. If any of you guys have any suggestions of YouTubers and stuff that teach you how to style bangs, please comment them below, because I'd be very interested in learning that. What else? Oh, so I started a blog, which once I get it, I probably won't link it down below because I'm still learning. I'm still writing some, still learning the gist of things. I haven't really made it public yet. Once it goes public, I'll put a description up on a video. I'll let you guys know the video I do. Even if it's something like a try on haul, I might just be in the introduction, be like, hey, this is the video that the blogs, the blog is on. So I might do another video actually talking more about it, but I did it because, so pretty much I did an introduction post talking about this on it, but pretty much my entire life I've always been good at writing, and I've loved it. And recently I've had a lot of people say to me that I should get more into writing because I'm really good at it. I enjoy doing it. And if you follow my Instagram, you'll see that I try to write more lengthy captions, or at least I'm starting to more. And I've had a lot of people compliment me on them. My mom the one day was like, you should become a speechwriter because you're very good at writing speeches and you're very good at writing things like that. And I was like, that's a thing? She's like, yeah, like politicians and stuff, they have people write speeches for them. And I was like, oh, I thought they did themselves. That shows how naive I am. But I was like, that actually sounds really interesting. I was like, and I mean, I have pretty much no idea what I want to do with my life. But I was like, that actually sounds really interesting to me. So I was like, I should get more into writing. I don't know for sure if that's something I want to do. Like, so I just kind of mentioned the other day, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm going to do more research into it. But I figured the blog might work well. Because a lot of you guys, like, I like to vlog a lot, and I like sitting down and chatting with you guys and just talking. And I've said a couple times, like, I want my voice to be heard. I want to make a change in the world. I want to inspire people and stuff like that. So I figured vlog is a good way to do that. But, and I might write, like, different things that I might not necessarily be comfortable saying out loud. You know, because sometimes typing something is different than saying it. But, yeah. Oh, also, I was walking home today from the store, and I was walking down the street, and I looked down this little side street, and I see this, like, orange thing, and the, like, grass kind of down a little ways, and I was like, is that an animal or a patch of dead grass that's blowing in the wind? Because it was, like, far enough away I couldn't really see. Because I need glasses, and, oh, also, side note, I, ordered glasses, so they should be coming soon, so I don't know if I will wear my glasses in all my videos. It'll depend. Like, I also for now just got like a cheap pair of glasses, just something that I could use to see actually better, and so I don't get headaches as much. And so then that way when I go back to the neuro-ophthalmologist, when they test my eyesight, we can determine whether or not, like, if my eyesight is getting worse because it's getting worse, but it's getting worse because of the age. But anyways, yeah, so walking down the street, and I was like, is that a cat or patch of dead grass? So of course I walked up to it and it ended up being a cat. So I sat down on the sidewalk and I petted the cat because I'm that person. Like, if I see a cat when I'm out walking, I'll stop and pet it. Like, I don't care, I'll sit down on the sidewalk. Like, come sit in my lap, kitty cat. Like, cool. But I did that, and then all of a sudden I heard this man's voice behind me. He goes, oh yeah, he's such a suck, isn't he? And I was like, oh yeah, he is. And I thought that this cat belonged to the house that was, like, kind of right beside, like, close to where it was, our apartment, I guess, because I pass by that place quite a bit, and they generally have dogs, and so I figured, I think they have, like, 3 dogs. I'm like, okay, you have, like, 3 dogs, maybe you have cats, too, like, dogs, cats, animals, like, they seem to be an animal-friendly house. I could see them having a cat, and the cat was right by there. The guy turns around and goes, oh, that's my cat, and I was like, I kind of thought it was weird at first, because it was like, I didn't see the man for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere, and it's like, that's my cat, and I was like, okay. And this cat was obviously a very well cared for cat. Like, he had very soft fur, he was very friendly, he had a very nice collar, he was, like, very nice weight, he wasn't, like, too thin or too fat, like, he was a good size, and you could tell, like, this is somebody's pet, but I was like, oh, okay, and then I was like, oh, what's his name, because I was curious what his name was, and I was like, you know, if this is that guy's cat, then he obviously knows his name. He's like, oh, his name is Socks, and I was like, okay, yeah, because it was, like, an orange cat with, like, it looked like he was wearing white socks, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get it, like, but then all of a sudden, like, the guy keeps walking, and the cat follows the guy, and so I kind of, like, laughed to myself, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe, like, the cat does belong to the guy. So then I went to go walk up, like, the front way, like, where all the stores and stuff are on the main street, when he was walking the back way, and we ended up meeting up at, like, this one variety store again, and the cat's still following him, and I turned around to the guy, and I was like, oh, hey, like, I kind of chuckled and was like, I thought he just follows you around. He goes, yeah, he follows me. He's like, he just follows me around, does its own thing. Like, but then the guy goes into a variety store, and the cat sits outside the variety store in front of the door and just waits for the owner. Like, he just sits there. And I'm like, hey, cat, what you doing? So that was really cute. But, yeah, like I said, the cat was nice and soft. I just thought it was funny because it was a well-trained cat. Like, and like I said, he just sat in front of the door, and he just waited for his owner. And, like, people would pass by and kind of look at the cat, like, huh? He just waited for his owner. And he would, like, follow, he was basically, like, one step behind him. Sometimes he'd be beside him. He like never went in front of the guy. He just followed him around, and I was like, that is awesome. Like, I don't, I don't think I've seen dogs do that. Like, I've seen people walk their dogs without leashes, and the dog's generally in front of them. Now, I'll admit, I personally don't like it when your dog is off a leash, like in public areas, unless it's like certain areas, like a dog park or something. Because when I was a little girl, actually, I was attacked by a dog that wasn't on a leash. So now when I see dogs that aren't on a leash, I'm generally like, okay, like, it makes me nervous because one, again, I was attacked, and two, I'm always worried that like if the dog does go too far, it'll get hit by a car, and I, I personally prefer that your pets are on a leash. Not only that, but then that way, like, if another animal comes and tries to attack your dog, it's easier for you to like help your dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just to keep humans safe, but it's to keep the animals safe as well. But regardless of that, every once in a while I don't mind. Like, there's this one guy who I actually haven't seen in a while. It makes me kind of sad. But I used to see him all the time, and he had his dog off a leash all the time. But like, I kind of got to know the dog and the man, and that one didn't. He normally, like, if he was in a really busy, crowded area, if the street's really busy, he'd put a leash on his dog. And I think I normally saw him like on back roads and stuff, and there was like hardly anyone, and I kind of got to know the dog a little bit, so I wasn't as worried about it. But I think it just more when I don't know the dog, it makes me nervous. But that was a random tangent. But I don't think I've ever seen a cat follow their owner without a leash, outside at least. Like, I thought it was adorable. But yeah, so I'm supposed to be getting a laptop soon, which I'm happy about because I kind of want to take some. There's free online courses. Like, there's a lot of free online courses. There's this thing called edX, which is really good. There's other courses. There's some through my public library. My public library. But I want to take a couple online courses. So I'm excited to get the laptop so I can do that. I also bought a book to study for my license, so I really should actually do more of that today. I've been slowly studying, but I find a lot of the things that I'm reading so far are just a lot of common sense based things. Like the fact that you have to wear your seatbelt, for example. I'm like, to me, like, I won't go in a car if there's no seatbelt. I'm like, and if the driver tries to drive away, I'm like, wait, like, my seatbelt isn't on. Like, I'm very stingy about that, and I'm sorry, like, when I get a car, I don't know why I'd be driving any of you, but if for whatever reason I was, I'd be like, you're putting your seatbelt on. Like, I don't care. And in my country at least, you only have to, like, as a driver, you're only responsible for somebody under 16 years of age. If they're over 16 and they're not wearing a seatbelt, you're not responsible. You're just responsible for making sure that they have the option to have a seatbelt. But if you're in my car, you're wearing a seatbelt or you're walking, like, your choice. Sorry. But that's only because, you know, legally I wouldn't be responsible. Morally, I would be. So if we got into a car accident, regardless of it was my fault or not, and you weren't wearing a seatbelt and you got hurt or lost your life, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. So if you're in my car, you're wearing a seatbelt, sorry. But to me, like, that's just common sense. Like, yeah, wear your seatbelt. Or then, like, there's questions that I know eventually someday will pertain to me. Like, for example, the car seat law and booster seat law. And it was talking about, like, the weight and the height and the age. And I think it's like under 8 years of age, over 40 pounds, but under 80, and a certain height has to be in a booster seat. I think it's 4'11". And I was like, technically, I know some, like, adult females who are 4'10", 4'11". They're like 75 or 80 pounds. Because, like, it's not, it could, one, be from anorexia, and two, some of them are just, they're really short and they're naturally really tiny. Like, it's not necessarily an unhealthy thing. And it's kind of interesting because I'm like, there could be, and I know some children who are like a lot taller and heavier than that. So I'm like, it's kind of interesting that an adult female who could technically drive a car could be the same height and weight as a child who needs a booster seat. But, like, to me, I don't have a child. I don't really know of any children that I would be driving my car at this point in time. So learning something like that, for me at least, is kind of boring because it's like, but I don't need this right now. And I think about it in the sense of, like, I do want to have children someday, so like someday we'll have to know car seat and like booster seat laws. But I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, those laws change every couple years anyways. And a lot of people are fighting the booster seat law right now, apparently, so it's probably going to change soon. Well, I shouldn't say probably, I don't know. But I'm like, why am I learning this when it's probably going to change before I even have to know it? Or signs and stuff. Like, I think one was like the bicycles, signs for bicycles, and I'm like, but I'm not trying to get my bicycle license, I'm trying to get my driver's license. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah. So it's kind of frustrating learning it because it's a lot of information. And when I was in school, I was always taught, and I always did this, where like you take the information that you think is important, and then the rest of it you just kind of like throw out the window. Like, you don't need that. Like, just take what's important, understand that, and then the rest of it is more just filler. It's kind of like highlighting. Whereas with this, I can't do that. I have to learn all the information because I don't know what's going to be on the test once I take it. And I want to aim for like January, February-ish. But, yeah. I might see if I can find any other YouTubers that do like, what's it called? I can't think. Teaching like license stuff and that. But anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, I just want to. I guess it's a quick video. It's almost 17 minutes. Probably be 20 by the time I'm done. Because I do really long exits. But yeah, I just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys because I feel like I haven't just sat down and chatted like this in a while. So yeah. Also, I want to do more makeup videos, but as you can see, my skin has decided to do a massive breakout, and I have no idea why. So makeup is not going to be going on my face for next while. I did my eyeshadow the other day. There's a little bit of like blue under my eye, but, and by the other day I mean like last night. But other than that, I think I'm going to stay away from makeup for a while just to give my skin some time to calm down. I might actually run to Shoppers, and I have face wash, but I might see if I can find something that'll help clear it up a little bit. If you guys have any explanations, any suggestions down below, please comment them. I prefer all natural and vegan. That's why I like I think I've said it before, the Garnier Skin Actives, because it's vegan. It's like 98 or 99% natural, stuff like that. So if you have any ideas of that stuff, but that's on the cheaper side, please let me know. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys. Please stay safe and healthy. Cheers.